I'm Jennifer Snassi. You're watching News 24 Live. I'm joined in studio by my co-hosts, Jerusha Suktiorath and Nick Posson, and we are going to talk you through the 6 top search terms on Google this week. Hello.
Hello.
Morning, Jennifer. Morning, Jerusha.
Hello, Nick.
Now, I know this first story is going to upset Nick. One of the One Direction members is having a baby. Louis Tomlinson is reportedly expecting a baby with a Los Angeles-based stylist. Now, I think this is the end of One Direction.
I think his life is going to be moving in one direction, and that's the nappy aisle.
Nick?
I thought it was Louise. I beg your pardon. Okay. There we go. Enough said.
So now we've
Good on
lost one of the One Direction members. We know that. Now one of them is having a baby. I think sad shame. Shame for all of you teeny boppers.
You're quite a One Direction fan, aren't you?
Well, I used to be, but then I saw them in concert. I'm going to get in trouble for that.
We should move along.
Yeah. All right, Nick, next. Starbucks is coming to South Africa.
The announcement that Starbucks is going to open its first South African shop has catapulted the American coffee franchise into the top trending searches this week. I think that they're going to find they have a lot of competition in South Africa because the coffee culture, particularly in Cape Town, is booming.
We are coffee snobs in Cape Town.
Yeah, we really are coffee snobs in Cape Town.
But you know, the Joburg yuppies are probably going to love it. So,
I don't actually think Starbucks is that good.
No, but I mean, you know, it's like, I call it the McDonald's of coffee. They've got 22,000 stores worldwide.
Wow.
So they've got a huge global footprint. So yeah, they were sort of vaguely here, I believe, in 2010 during the World Cup. I know that they kind of merged with one of the hotel chains. You can get them in certain, I think, with Protea or Holiday Inn hotels. But now, yeah, the sort of official opening of Starbucks is in the pipeline for mid 2016.
All right, Jerusha, now moving on to you. Pluto. There's some new photos of Pluto, and I know you were super excited about this story.
I was so excited, and everyone in the office ripped me off about it.
Yeah.
But there's good reason to be excited. I mean, 9.5 years ago, NASA sent out New Horizons. It's a spacecraft, and just this week, it moved past Pluto and got some of our first clear photographs of the planet. It's very, very exciting. Twitter went nuts. I did. You guys didn't.
Twitter and Jerusha went nuts.
No, I found it quite.
It's cool.
It's been a long time coming. I mean, this project's
10
taken,
years.
yeah.
10 years.
I mean, this spacecraft was traveling at 14 kilometers a second.
That's incredible.
It's insane. Imagine waiting 10 years for something. I can barely wait for my coffee to get done. You know, I'm so impatient. So.
But Pluto's not a planet, is it?
Pluto's a dwarf planet or a sub-planet. Yes, it got knocked off its ranking, unfortunately. It's just not as big and fancy as the rest of them.
Well, there's one for all the science geeks out there. Nick, moving on to you. Cricket Live scores were trending this week.
Yes, people were searching Cricket Live scores again this week. Bangladesh thrashed South Africa by 9 wickets on Wednesday to take an unlikely 2-1 series win over the Proteas. Yeah, not good for South Africa's cricket side. I suppose that's why the third game was a decider, hence the interest in it, because Bangladesh are sort of not really seen. They're seen as like a minnow cricket nation. They're not really that much of a threat, although their one-day side has vastly improved, as we saw this week. So,
clearly. But Nick, is this is it fair then that people are calling the Proteas chokers again? Should we just get rid of that?
This has got nothing to do with that. That normally applies to a sort of knockout format and you know, World Cup sort of situation. So no.
So basically, we just lost to Bangladesh, and it's embarrassing.
Yes, yes. No, I mean, all credit to them. They played really well, and I think they caught the South Africans by surprise. But now they play a test series. The first test starts on Tuesday, and that's probably South Africa's strength, that format, the 5-day format, because within the South Africans the Proteas go to New Zealand, and then we host England at the end of the year. So some big opponents coming up. So the guys need to get themselves into shape.
Hopefully they're listening.
Yes, or not.
Suicide Squad was trending on Google this week. The trailer for the much anticipated movie was released, and it looks absolutely epic. Now the cast is star-studded. Will Smith, Cara Delevingne is in it, and Jared Leto plays one freaky Joker.
It looked incredible.
It looks crazy. Movies are just getting scarier and scarier these days. I don't know what kids are.
How do they have like such a comprehensive trailer already if the movie's only coming out August next year, is it?
Yeah. It's probably already been shot and they're editing it now. Usually takes About 2 years to edit, I think, movies like that.
Crazy.
Okay.
It was actually sort of bittersweet seeing Jared Leto as the Joker because, of course, it was Heath Ledger's role and he just did it so beautifully. So I'm really interested to see what he does with it.
He's a brilliant actor, that guy.
Yeah. I must say that I actually was very upset when I heard Ben Affleck was going to be Batman until I started seeing him in these trailers, and he looks incredible. So good on him.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Next, Adobe Flash Player.
It may seem bizarre that Adobe Flash Player was trending on Google this week, or rather that it was being searched so highly, but it's a very simple reason. Adobe updated this week, which meant if you logged on to News 24 Live or any other site where video was embedded, you couldn't play your video until you updated it. I imagine hundreds of South Africans like me frantically typing in, update Adobe now, because who can live without video news? Come on.
I didn't get a notification to update.
That's not fair.
And everything is still working, so I don't know what's happening.
On the other hand, Adobe is the bane of my life. It's always asking me to update and upgrade Flash players, and
So things
it's
irritating
annoying.
Nick this week, One Direction, Adobe Flash.
Old man Nick,
well,
everyone.
they're both ongoing irritations.
Well, there you have it, what South Africans have been searching on Google this week. Let us know what you searched in the comments section below, and we'll see you next week.